Hello, everyone. I am so glad to be back. I hope you guys did not miss my voice too much. Sip and Spill took a little hiatus, but nevertheless, I am back with a little twist. For those of you who don't know, I go by the name of Thug Sammy, and this is my new co-host.
Hey, I'm Ami. I'm also known as Ambitious Terrain. I'm a 26-year-old yoga fanatic. I'm an avid music lover. I'm overall ball of energy, and I just really am excited about this new journey that we're about to take.
Yay! I just want to let everyone who have been saying kind words and being so supportive and already following our Instagram page before we even post anything. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all my friends and our friends and our family. If you haven't yet, please follow our Instagram. It's at The Real Sip and Spill. Facebook is The Real Sip and Spill. YouTube, also subscribe, The Real Sip and Spill. And our Twitter is the one that's a little different. It's at Sip and Spill 1. Only because someone else already took the name. I'm like, damn, bitch. Give it
like
back.
the original.
Right, what? So our wine today is Belaire Luxe Rosé. It is from France. Fun fact, for it to be a champagne, it has to be made
In France.
Champagne, France. Yes. So
I heard that. That was back when I was working at, what's that place?
Right.
Graces?
So if it's made anywhere else, it's not a champagne. It has to be made
In France.
Champagne, France.
Champagne, France.
Yes, it's a country.
All right, heard.
Also, another fun fact, there's actually 49 million bubbles in every bottle of champagne.
So how many in my glass?
Okay, well, there's 4 glasses in a bottle, so it's 1/4 of 49 million. What is that? I can't do math.
It's 1/4.
Of 49 million. Okay, cheers. What do you think?
Refreshing.
It is refreshing. So, it's supposed to be a lush pink wine, aromas of fresh strawberries and raspberries. It's supposed to be served as an aperitif, but we're just drinking it because we feel like it.
And because it's day drinking.
Yeah. I guess it'll be a great brunch.
Brunch?
Yeah, a great brunch champagne.
Yeah.
You know? I would definitely drink this. Drink it every day. I really like this. It's actually really good, Belaire. What made Belaire popular around black people? Everyone loves Belaire.
I just think it's things are overhyped. Like, you know how Hennessy's like people always drinking Hennessy just because it's Hennessy?
Yeah.
And Hennessy's not even good. Let's talk.
Hennessy's also in France?
Really?
Yes.
Bitch, I feel like we need to go to France.
Right? That was made in France.
I didn't even know that.
Right. All right. So we're going to get some girl talk. So while Future is sitting poolside with the very sexy Lori Harvey, which I'm not even mad at him about.
She's fine as fuck.
She is fine as hell. Ooh. Russell is sitting sideline at Future's son's first Little League game.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that caught my eye about this is he posted the picture the same day of his son's Little League game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, those are milestones in your child's life that you should be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not with your son while he's doing this, but you're with Lori Harvey instead. I just don't understand that. But of course, we don't know their situation.
Yeah, we don't know the dynamics of the situation. So I feel like, is Future an absent father? We don't know.
Are you sure he has like 5 other kids that he?
That's what I'm saying. We do not know. I feel like with social media, we see what they give us. That was probably early in the day. That might have been after his game. The thing is, we don't know these things. And it's like, social media gives us the perception of our reality. We create our own reality and think of like, oh, well, Future ain't shit. Let's be real. We say that all the time. We're always like, he's toxic, he's this. But like we say, we don't know any of this. We don't know the timing of the game. We don't know the location of the game. We don't know if him and Russell really are beefing or we just made this up in our head.
Right.
We don't know that.
Right.
So I feel like, how do we have such an entitled opinion over someone else's life? And that's the problem with social media, with us feeling like we know every dynamic, we know the dynamics. We don't know dynamics of anything. So how do you take it? Like, how do you...
I feel like Future has proved to us time and time again he's a horrible father. He refused to do a DNA test for his last 2 baby mamas because he didn't want to pay child support. So they got together and gave the kids DNA tests to prove that they are siblings. So therefore, he has to now pay child support for these kids. And I'm just like, he's on his, I think he's on his sixth baby mama or his fifth. I don't know which one it is. And at this point, we all know that he's not good. He's not a dad. He don't like to take care of his kids.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Why
but I just feel like we don't
refuse to take a DNA test to prove that those kids are his or not.
I just feel like we said before, there's some women that do certain things to get a certain result.
Oh, I am 100% sure they did that so they can have a baby.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, why does he not have the same type of like, let me keep my life private, let me do this? He'll show us what he wants to show us. And if he doesn't want to deal with them on their terms, why can't he deal with them on his terms? That's a real thing.
That he doesn't want to pay child support.
I mean, if I had 6 kids, I'm not trying to pay child support. What? Why? Why would I want?
If you had 6 kids, you want to pay child support for how many of them?
Maybe 2.
2. The other 4 gotta fend for themselves.
I mean, like, cause these women knew what they was doing. So trap another rapper, just like Joey. We got him, Joey
Travis?
No, Joey Chavez. His other baby mama, the one that has another baby with
Bow
Bow Wow.
Yeah.
She knew what she was doing. So if she not getting that check from Bow Wow, she getting that check from Future. So somebody gonna have to fend for something.
I think Bow Wow takes care of his child though.
I think he does, but I'm just saying, like, in the same sense of that, it's because most of these women have more than one child. This is not their first child.
Yeah.
So why is it that you're putting this baby daddy on such scrutiny and such on social media? Where's the other baby daddies at?
Because he's a millionaire. I'm only focused on the millionaire.
That's not.
Who cares about the poor one?
I mean, that's the problem. You should give him the same amount of energy that you're giving someone else. And you thought that just because you had sex with someone that has a lot of money, that he's just supposed to be like,
here's all my money.
Yeah, here's my money. That's
Future
my child.
Right
and Future's like, bitch, is that my baby? At this point, did we even have sex? Do I know you?
If you want to trap someone, trap a Russell Wilson type. I would definitely trap Russell Wilson. If I could pick my baby daddy would be Obama. I'm sorry, Michelle, but I'm trapping Obama. He don't be there for his kids. He don't make sure to get the right education.
I want a fun baby daddy, so you know what?
Is Obama? I think Obama is fun. Ooh, Will Smith. That's another good one.
Will Smith is he's very fun. He's very fun.
He's a good baby daddy.
He's a good father. He's a good husband. He's a good man. Let's start taking people out of the whole idea of baby daddies. Let's see. Who would be a very fun baby daddy or a very fun husband? A fun partner. Let me think. I don't know. Everything always leads me back to the baby. I feel like he's so fun. I be watching his videos, like he's having so much fun. Like I want to be part of that. Like I want to bring my baby on set to one of his videos and just be like, "That's your daddy."
I think the baby would make a good baby daddy too, because he's good to his other 2 kids.
Yeah, he is, and he loves the fuck out of them.
Yeah,
and he loves the fuck out of me. He just don't know it yet.
Hold up, wait.
Jonathan Kirk, I'm waiting for you.
Well. Ami lives in La La Land. What's actually happened in reality is Meg Thee Stallion is beefing with her
label,
her 1501 label. When she said when she first signed with them, she was only 20 years old. She didn't read her contract. She didn't know much of what was going on. She trusted them. She just assumed they had her best interest. And when she signed with Rock Nation, they gave her real lawyers, gave her real information, looked at her old contract, and they're like, hey, there's some discrepancies in this contract that don't really fit your best interest. And Meg tried to renegotiate her contract with them, and they were like, well, you can't release any more music. So, what do you think about that?
That's the problem. I feel like we don't read. We don't seek understanding. We just assume that everyone has our best interests, when at the end of the day, I feel that people do what benefits and interests them in the long run. So as a 20-year-old, you don't have that much knowledge, but you should definitely seek it. You should take your time, because I feel, even if when we watched, have you seen, what is it, Straight Outta Compton?
No.
What?
I know.
Okay, long story short.
Well, we've seen it happen with TLC.
Well, Ice Cube said the same thing. He said that they were making them sign contracts without lawyers present, without telling them what they're signing, and just to be okay with it. And he was not okay with that, and that's why he had to part ways with NWA, because he didn't know what he was doing, and he was going on tour, doing multiple shows, and you're still broke?
Right.
How are you still broke and you're producing hits? You're on the road for months.
Selling out
Shows.
stadiums. Yeah.
And you're still broke.
Yeah.
So your best interest should always be for you, and you should always look for understanding
Yeah.
at any age, because people are not looking out for you. They're looking out for their pockets and what's going to make them look good.
Period.
So for what's going on with Meg Thee Stallion, I feel bad because now that she's at an age where she's like, I'm really that bitch, because she really is right now.
Yeah.
She's on top of her shit.
Yeah.
But she has nothing to show for it because no, they're not trying to back her into what she's trying to move into as a woman.
Right.
When they took advantage of her as a child, and she should have, like, fame is a drug, and people want to obtain it however they can obtain it. So she should have went about it in a way that she should have went about it in a way where she was protected. Where she was protected. Anything that you go into that has a contract, be protected. Have a lawyer. Have someone that's looking over it. Have someone that you really have your back. If that means a family member, if that means a close friend, make sure this is someone that really has your back, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get fucked if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Period.
Right. I mean, hindsight is, of course, 2020. Of course, she knows better, so now she's trying to do better. But it just sucks. I mean, none of us really read.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many times have we? When I joined Instagram, I didn't read the terms of.
Bitch, I didn't either. I just know y'all gonna see my pictures, y'all gonna love it.
Exactly. Twitter, Facebook. Even when every time Apple tries to tell me to read the contract, the terms of the thing for the update, I don't.
Bitch, I agree. I agree.
I agree automatically, and I could be signing myself up for slavery. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not even gonna fault her for not reading her whole contract. I guess I kind of can, because agreeing to a terms of service and agreeing to a contract are two different things on two different levels. And maybe she didn't have the knowledge to know to have a lawyer present. Because I know.
Yeah.
Definitely have a lawyer present. But when you're that young and maybe you come from a social economic background, you don't know those things.
But also you got to think about people go into marriages with lawyers.
Yeah.
So
we
why,
know better.
Yeah. So why wouldn't you go into, like you said, a contract? Because just like that, marriage is a contract.
Yeah.
So anything that has something to deal with outside factors that you cannot control, because you can't control your label and how they, divvy things out. You can't control how anything's received. What you can control is what you bring to the table, and that is your backing, which is your lawyer. You bring your talent, and you bring yourself. So those should be protected by all means.
Definitely. So I love how Meg is using social media to let people know what's going on with her label and why she's not putting out music. And that just further just what we're talking about today. Social media, the good, the bad, the ugly. So my first social media page I had was a Xanga.
I don't even know what Xanga is.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. So a Xanga was a blog where you can make music. You can put music and have a blog. So it's like a Tumblr, but you can have music on your page. You know how Tumblr is just
like
pictures?
a Facebook. Like a MySpace.
Well, it was blogging. So it's like
okay.
Tumblr.
So it's different. Yeah, it's different. Okay.
But you could have music on your page. I think I had a Xanga when I was about 14.
Okay.
And then after Xanga, I went to MySpace. Of course, everyone knows what MySpace is. My MySpace probably looking so sad and
my MySpace
lonely.
was popping. All my friends, you was labeled from 1 to 10. If I wasn't fucking with you that week, you was number 10.
Yeah, you think it's so crazy that MySpace used to make us number our friends off?
I think it was good to let them know their place. Like if your friend and you got an argument, like bitch, you still my friend, but you number 10, and
That's crazy.
Mike is number 2. That is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. And I had like 2 best friends, so I couldn't like keep one. I had to put one number one.
You probably had to rotate it during the weeks. Like I'm like, this is no shade, but just know this week she was upping you just a little bit.
Right. It had nothing to do with who was better. I just had to rotate.
My first social media page was Black Planet. Have you ever heard of Black Planet?
I've heard of Black Planet. I just didn't have one.
Yeah, my older sister, me and her were like thick as thieves, and I think she's like 3 or 4 years older than me, and she had a Black Planet. So I'm like, fuck it, let me get a Black Planet. And I got a Black Planet, not knowing what it was. And I just looked it up on my way here, and Black Planet was actually like the first black catered dating site. It was It was
Is
catered.
Black Planet and BlackPeopleMeet.com the same thing?
No.
No, that's something
No,
different?
because when I looked it up, it said that Black Planet was made in 1999. So I was 6 years old when it was released, but I was 13, 14 years old getting on Black Planet thinking I knew what I was doing. So I got it just because my older sister got it, and I was just like, she's always on this, is always talking about Black Planet, and I'm like, I'm black, what's going on in the planet? And not knowing anything about social media, I feel like as a young age, we always go to social media to try to figure out who we are. We look at the media, we try to figure those things out by trying to form who we are without actually
I wasn't done talking.
keep going.
Okay. So after MySpace, I moved to Facebook and Tumblr. After that, I moved to Insta and Twitter, and I don't see myself getting a TikTok. I think that's childish.
It's pointless.
Yeah.
Everyone that's famous off of TikTok is like 16 or 17 right now, and I looked it up. That shit's wild.
Yeah. TikTok. I mean, people, I don't know. TikTok's cool though. I'm on Twitter, so people post TikToks up on Twitter. I just don't see.
Can't you TikTok on Instagram though?
I honestly don't know how TikTok works.
I don't either.
I feel
And
old.
I don't want to download
and
it.
I'm not downloading TikTok.
I feel like if I do, I'm probably gonna be obsessed with it.
You think? I just don't see myself taking the time to make those videos.
Well, people always are making videos with music, and I like music, so I'll be like on there like and redoing the video like every 8 seconds. Like the Renegade thing that went like viral with that little 14-year-old that made the whole dance. Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know. I was just
I don't know.
pretending. I don't know. TikTok is like Vine 2.0.
I loved Vine. I love Vine. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Vine.
Loved it.
So yeah, social media has a lot of good and a lot of bad. So some good things about social media is it gives the voiceless a voice, and sometimes too much of a voice. I think sometimes people just be talking way too much.
Because I be on the Shade Room like the Shade Room care about what I gotta say when they do not care about what @ambitious_Teray is talking about, like at all.
Yeah, like it just gives us, and then people just go on there just to talk about things that, and they actually think they have a platform. They think they have people watching them. They think people are listening, and they're not.
My mama on Facebook, she makes a whole paragraph.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, it's like, I just want to thank God for blessing me with my life that actually gave me. I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
That is cute.
I'm like, God bless you, mama. But I'm not reading your whole paragraph. I'm like, I'm gonna just call you.
Give me your mom's Facebook page. I'll read her whole paragraph. That's rude.
Mariama
do it later. Don't put your whole mama's government name out there.
Let it be out there because my mom thinks she's famous, and I'll let her have it. Like my mom.
Don't put your mom's whole government name out there. You know people are crazy.
I did not say her middle name. You know how many African women named Mariama too? There are.
I have no idea actually.
There's enough.
Probably. You're right. We all have the same names.
Pretty much.
So social media also gives people a sense of community. Like you get to meet people just like yourself.
Yep.
You know, if you're into snakes, you can join a whole snake community. If you're into taking pictures of your food, you know, if you're a foodie,
you can be a blogger.
You can be a blogger. There's like all these places. Just like I don't know if you've ever heard of the documentary "Don't Fuck with Cats." Crazy documentary. Watch it when you get a chance. Actually, maybe don't watch the whole thing.
Don't watch it.
Close your eyes at some points. You know, 'cause it gets kind of graphic. But anyways, there was a whole community of people who enjoyed vacuums.
Vacuums?
Oh, did you not watch the documentary?
I did not, because I told you that I already knew how it ended.
Oh.
And I did not want to see how someone's sick mind unravels. Even though he was a genius of what he did,
yeah,
I couldn't partake, and I couldn't support the cause.
Okay, well, there was a whole vacuum community, y'all. There was people who got together and talked about vacuums and parts of missing parts to help you find them. I'm like, wow. I would not think that would have ever existed.
Not at all.
But I guess so, because there's also, like, the dark web. There's people who are into...
selling organs.
So, exactly, or transporting children, you know? So, there's a lot of things out there. It also allows you to distribute content, which is exactly what we're doing now. We're using our social media platforms to distribute our podcast. Please listen to Sip and Spill and tell your friends about it.
Absolutely.
So it allows you to unleash your creativity. I feel like as we get older, you become less creative.
We do, because we are getting put in that box of like, get married, have kids, get that job.
Right.
Instead of saying, you can be a lifestyle blogger. You can be a traveler. You can be a foodie. You can do anything you want to do. We're so used to being trained and conditioned that where we're at is where we're at, and there's nothing more that we need to want.
Right.
Because
or you can be a freaking podcaster. No one told me I could be a podcaster, y'all.
no one told me I can be a beautiful black woman in America and really be stunting on niggas, but here I am.
Okay, I actually got a creativity journal. I haven't used it yet, but I did buy one. So I wanted to start, using is it the left side of my brain? Yeah, using the left side of that's the creative. The creative part of your brain, the left side. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But I think the left side is the creative part, and the right side is more like the math part and the science part. But anyways, start using the left side of my brain some more. I'm always in school doing shit. I want to draw sometimes. I want to write a story for no reason. Also, it can alarm a large number of people about something going on in a very short amount of time. I feel like a lot of people use social media for news, which you should not rely on social media to get your news fix. But at the same time, we get a lot of news from social media.
Especially entertainment news. How am I knowing that Gabrielle Union and Kim Kardashian got surrogates? All I know is y'all got kids. I don't even care how y'all got it. But y'all have kids. That's it. I feel like it's not something the world needs to be put into. I understand.
Maybe they do it to let other women know it's okay. Because maybe a lot of times women feel a lot of pressure to have their own
kids.
Yeah, and
to have kids.
So hey, I did it. You can do it too.
That is true. Because she also did open up about, Gabrielle Union, she opened up about how her struggle with
getting pregnant. She had a lot of miscarriages.
And she said because of her being on birth control for so many years. And that's going to be another topic we're going to talk about, because birth control is actually a scam. We're going to blow over that right now.
Okay, side note. But yeah, let's say there's a freaking, there's a shooting in Walmart. You can, let people know through social media, hey. ASAP, faster than the news will let us know. So, yeah. Social media can be used to let people know about what if there's an apocalypse? How would an apocalypse go?
How would it go down? Would the internet go down? Because if it was happening, how would we know?
I think we would already know because Instagram. No.
Instagram will be down. I remember when Instagram was down for 5 hours. And everyone was like, I can't post anything. I can't see anything. My page is not refreshing. Is that an apocalypse to us?
No, I mean before it becomes apocalyptic, when it first starts happening, once the outbreak, Corona. Right now, we already know about Corona. Before,
do we know about Corona?
We know it exists.
Do we?
Yes, we know that exists.
I am a avid conspiracy theorist. Do we know?
We know Corona exists.
Okay. I watched something and they said sometimes you can look up and it says the people that they said are dying from the coronavirus or dying from a certain disease, people don't even exist.
Okay, Bruno. Anyways, so before the corona kills everyone, we would already know that because social media would tell us that it's about to kill us all. And the best part of social media is you can make some motherfucking money.
Hello.
Okay? All these Instagram models getting paid $10,000 for a post, $5,000 for a post. What?
And a lot of my friends that are hairstylists, I love y'all so much. Just gonna plug y'all in.
I have beef with hairstylists. We'll talk about that later.
They use their social media to get clients and let clients in on their life and, facilitate a relationship with them.
Yeah.
So social media is good for networking as well because it's you'll have a client sitting in your chair, but they might never come back. But if they feel like they know you and they foster a relationship with you, they're more willing and open to come to you again.
Yeah.
That's the same how I felt about my trainer. At first I did not know him. I did not care to know him. But every single time he posted something, I was on the little poll, maybe, yes, Lamar. Yes, hi, Lamar. Okay, but yeah, I was doing all those things. And then all of a sudden I was like, let me just go. And then I finally went there and I really fucking love his energy. Yeah. And I was like, if I ever have a personal trainer or keep a personal trainer, it'll be him because I already built a relationship with him based off social media. Right. I built a relationship with him on social media before I even met him in real life.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
That's a lot of people.
It's scary. It's so
There's
scary.
A lot of people not a lot of people. There's a couple people who I'm cool with that I never met in real life. I met them in social media and then we met in real life later.
But how crazy is that you're really giving so much of not even giving yourself. You're just vulnerable to not even knowing if this person is not a catfish because catfish is real. Yeah. So you're going and meeting people off the sole basis of what they're posting on Instagram.
Online dating, girl.
Wild.
So
never done it.
You're
but
dating online before you meet this person. And look, okay, but honestly, I think we all kind of low key online date because sometimes we see people on Instagram oh, he fine, and then we DM each other, and then
We go from there.
So that's online dating.
I never want my love story to start with a DM. I don't want it to start like that.
There's a couple love stories. There's
And
actually someone who I know who got married and
off of a DM. I understand that,
DM.
but I just feel like I'm trying so hard to fight against it and be so old school that I want to meet my boyfriend at fucking Walmart or Sprint.
Don't meet your boyfriend at Walmart.
Or
I feel like Walmart and gas station people.
Absolutely never the gas station.
Let me tell you a craziest thing that happened to me last week. So I was at the. I texted you about it.
You did text me about it.
So I was at a gas station pumping my own gas. Duh. I was like at the gas station pumping my own. Who else gonna pump your gas, bitch?
The love of your life, bitch.
So there's this guy. He comes up behind me and he says, "Give me your number." I'm like, "Give me your number." Like, he didn't even ask for the number. Like, he just said, "Give me your number." When I tell you, I just got the fuck out of there. I went into my car and I drove off. I did not even finish pumping the gas because I didn't even care to finish pumping the gas. Luckily, I was already almost done, so I didn't lose that much money, But still, like, man, it is not okay to approach women at gas stations.
At all.
At all. No matter how fine you think she is, do not approach women at a gas station. And do not walk up behind her and do not say, "Give me your number."
Give me your number, bitch.
That's what I felt like. Remember that, is it SNL or Mad TV skit when he was like, "Can I have your number? Can I have your number?" At the gas.
No.
Did you ever watch Mad TV?
No.
For those of you who watch Mad TV, y'all remember that skit where he's at the movie theater and he keeps asking the girl for her number and he just kept asking over and over again, no matter how many times she said no about her number. That's you niggas.
Especially at gas stations, y'all make us feel so unsafe.
Unsafe, and y'all are so happy about making us feel so uncomfortable.
And I just feel like, as a woman, you got to understand you already have the upper hand being a man. So we are at a place that we feel like we're going to be comfortable because we're getting gas in public, thinking that people will at least see this on camera and be like, I don't think that she's receiving this how he's trying to deliver it.
Mind you, I was getting gas it was in the afternoon. It wasn't even at nighttime.
Exactly. I don't get gas at nighttime anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Ever since I got followed on that one time, never again.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that on a different episode.
A different episode.
Yeah, you niggas are creeps. Y'all are. I don't
fucking
understand.
creeps.
And I feel
Class
like
A.
Some of them get satisfaction
out of
making us
feel comfortable.
They
do. Because people are fucking weird.
That's so sad. Like, why do you? Anyways, let's move on. So, what are some good things about social media? Actually, I said the good things. What are some bad things about social media?
Personally, I feel like the bad thing about social media is people take social media too seriously. They see social media and think that's it. Like, oh, he got the foreign, I gotta get the foreign. And I'm just like, can we afford the foreign?
Do you think that had to do with Pop Smoke dying?
It has a little bit more deeper than Pop Smoke dying. I feel like...
You think he was spawning too much on social media and niggas were like, oh, he got that, I want that, so they took it?
Social media gives us a idea of keeping up with the Joneses when people that are actually keeping up with the Joneses actually are not even there.
Yeah.
Because who's to say that Pop Smoke actually is R.I.P.? Let's just put that out there right now. Who's to say that the car they're driving is theirs, that it's not leased, or they're not renting it for like a music video? You know, we don't know. Like I said, social media gives us what they want to give us. They don't give us the real. So you have people getting in debt trying to be where you're at when you're not even that where you need to be. And that also brings me to the next point. What you see on social media is not even true. You will see women on social media like, oh, Fashion Nova ad, as in people are just sending them free clothes.
And they're not even getting money from Fashion Nova.
They're probably sending them clothes, or they're buying it and then they're tagging tagging Fashion Nova in them, and Fashion Nova's gonna repost them because Fashion Nova's making money off of us regardless.
Low key, that's a smart way to get a Fashion Nova deal. Because if you already have a lot of followers and you tagging Fashion Nova,
they're gonna
be like,
but
oh,
it's
she got
like,
followers.
but when people keep putting ad, like, are you getting paid for this? Honestly, because we see this, so we think this is something. Oh, I just want to stay home all day and take pictures.
Yeah.
In cute clothes and I do shit, do my makeup and just take pictures.
Yeah.
How easy is that? How fun is that? Perks of being pretty. You want that. Another bad thing about social media is the idea that we live for the gram. We are bartenders, so I feel like we constantly see women, men, everyone just coming out to be flashy and show them to have this lifestyle and X, Y, and Z. Like, I'll use for example, on Friday when I was working, there was these girls. They were fucked up. Not gonna lie, they were pretty fucked up. But they will compose themselves and make them. themselves like, you know, more visually appeasing on social media. Like they would like calm down for like 10 seconds just to take a video. That's living for the gram. Like, why do you need to show the world that you're having fun? Does it matter if you're having fun? We do that too, but that's the bad thing about social media.
Yeah.
You want people to see what they want to see. Like, they don't see that you out here at Diablo's on the ground, passed out. Like, this girl was passed out at like probably 9 o'clock at night on the floor.
Yeah.
And it looks really tacky. But on social media, you having a full night. Like, you about to be out till 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. When you're really done at like 9, bitch. You're done at 9. You're going out for like 3 margaritas, bitch. Like, you are done. But social media makes you think that, oh, she a bad bitch. She out. She having fun with her friends. Blah blah blah.
Right.
I want to be part of that. We see social media. We want to be part of that. We want to engage in that fun with you. And that's the problem. We need to stop living for the gram and just living in the moment. I want to go out one day and not post anything.
I only do that when I tell my job I'm not working for some reason, and then I actually went out.
I really do. I want to do that because I'm guilty of it as myself. I'm guilty of going out and be like, yeah, I got my people with me, got the people in the city, and I'm solo, cutting up. But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I flex with the gram all the time because I see myself, you know,
we bad bitches.
Going out,
and we fine,
and I'm in someone else's section, and they're popping bottles, and I'm recording
because I'm reaping the benefits, but you're reaping the benefits. That's what matters.
Exactly, and I'm like, oh, we in this nigga section, blah blah blah, showing off. Well, you don't know what we had to do to get in that nigga section.
You don't know.
Y'all don't know. We know we have to walk around this place a couple, 2, 3 times before someone invites us to a section.
Finally, pull on my shoulder like, come over here.
Exactly, and that's like. We don't show that part.
We don't.
We sure did walk around that section walk around and stand by that section a couple times, waiting for them to ask us to come in.
That's why I hate going to clubs. I cannot, because I'm not going to the club to stand on the dance floor. You better invite me to your section, or I'm buying one. Like, I feel like that's where I'm at now in my life. I have to buy a section. That's where I'm at in my life. I want to buy a section other than be in someone else's section because I feel like I keep saying I'm the bag. You're my accessory. I'm the bag. So I have to keep telling myself I'm the bag. And then it's gonna happen. I'm manifesting it.
Yeah, sections go for $2,500 starting off, so I'd rather not. I'll keep walking around until some drug dealer and scammer asks me to be in your section.
Facts. Another bad thing about social media is the problem is it's so time consuming. It consumes so much of your time. How many times do we wake up in the morning and turn straight to our phone and get on Twitter, Facebook? Like,
we actually talked about that.
We did.
Remember I said I was going to start
not doing that
stretching.
Have you?
So the first 2 days I didn't do it, but by day 3 I remembered to do it because the first 2 days I was just like, wait, damn, I forgot to do it. Oh well, it's too late. I will just keep staying on my phone. And by the 3rd day, I finally started doing it. So I do, except on days I have class because I don't have time to do all that stuff. So on days that I don't have class, I wake up, I stretch, and I meditate. And I do some yoga, and then I start my day off, and then I'll get on the phone. So and I pray while I'm doing it too. So I'm so proud of myself. Like, it takes a while to form a habit, and
it does.
Yeah, it takes 21 days, I think, to form a habit. So yes, I've started praying and meditating and doing yoga, and all that before I touch my phone. So y'all should be proud.
I cannot relate because I need my phone to meditate. I have to put on my little namaste. Playlist.
You can do that. I mean, it's better than going on Instagram.
But it's so hard not to when the app is right next to the other app. It's like I will go to Apple Music, but right there is staring at me like with their little beady eyes, like, bitch, you better fucking click on me and see if someone responded to your story while you were sleeping. Like, that's what it's a drug, and I'm sick of it. I am sick of social media taking so much of my time. That's why I may delete my social media app. I will though.
You can't.
I could.
How are you gonna post for our podcast?
I'm gonna post, but I just feel like
you gonna re-download every time you gotta post.
I think I'm gonna have to try to do that. I'm gonna try to mediate my time a lot better because social media is time consuming. You know, on your iPhone it shows you how much time you spend on social media.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted with myself. That's all I gotta say. I'm not even gonna tell y'all how much time I spend on social media. We're not even gonna talk about that.
All right,
we're gonna talk about another reason why social media is bad because it cannot be controlled. You cannot control what someone posts. You cannot control how someone reacts to it, and you cannot control how you receive it. It's because people use social media for things such as cyberbullying, which is very detrimental to people at a younger age that are not where they need to be in their life, and they feel like social media is life, and that's it.
Speaking of cyberbullying, I used to cyberbully Tammy Flocka.
Why?
I don't know why I did that.
That's so
but
weird.
she used to always respond.
About what?
She's actually, I have a couple of DMs from her. Like, I would just say like little stuff on her page, and like I don't.
Would you like call her dumb for being with him?
No.
What would it be about?
Okay, the last time me and Tammy got into it, and every time me and Tammy got into it, she would post something, and I would get like lots of followers. I think that's why I was doing it, because I would gain followers from.
Sick. You hear this? It's
You hear
sick.
this? You see what social media does? Got me freaking cyberbullying.
Thirsty.
So the last thing I said to her, this is over a year ago. I've definitely stopped.
Over a year ago, bitch. We are in 2020. You're still bullying people?
No, this is over a year ago. Okay, over 2 years ago, because it's 2020. I'm thinking 2019.
2019.
Over 2 years ago.
Okay,
so 2018.
2018, you were
And not
cyberbullying
people. Tammy, only one person.
That makes it even weirder. Like, what does she? What?
Because Tammy replies to everything. I'm just like, why do you reply to everything? But anyway, let me tell you what I said to her. This is what happened. All I did was I saw that she bought a new house. So I was like, damn, Walker cheated again. And she flipped out on me. When I tell you she went in on me. She sent me a DM talking shit. She cussed me the fuck out. She called me a broke ass bitch, and she was not lying. She said I was. she just went in on me, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna be mad, because you low key kind of right. Because for me to go on your page and look at you and say this kind of stuff, and by the way, Walker did not cheat. She just bought a new house. But the only reason I said that, because last time Walker cheated, she bought a new house.
Okay.
So I was like, oh damn, she bought a house and Walker cheated again. That was the only reason. But she took it all the way there, and she posted it on her page.
I'm saying social media gives us a false sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
We feel like we know what is going on in someone's life because you said a repeated habit. She bought a house last time you cheated on her.
Yeah.
So like, bitch, you cheated again. So you bought another fucking house. Like, did he
Right.
did he buy you that house at this point because he feels sorry for cheating? But it's none of our fucking business. It's none. It's like, I am so big on not wanting to post my relationship or things that I got going in my life, like that's like to my heart, on social media, because I saw this one meme and I was like, oh, I can relate. It was like, y'all told us when y'all got together, y'all told us when y'all fighting. So now that y'all broke up, tell us what happened. And I feel
that way too. Tell me what happened. I want to know.
No one is entitled to knowing what happened in the process of you healing.
Yeah.
And I feel like
we have a very big sense of entitlement.
We do on social media. We
other people's lives.
On other people's lives. I feel like you ain't got to know about my fucking life, but you better tell me
about yours.
Tell me. You better tell me. Why did he leave you on red on Saturday?
Right.
What did you do?
Exactly.
Was it something that you did? Is it something that he did? Is it my business? It's not my business, but I'm making my business to distract myself from dealing with what I have to deal with.
Yeah.
And that's what social media does. It acts as a distraction.
Oh my gosh, yes. We love to project ourselves. For example, Jada Waiter.
Yep.
People are talking down on this girl.
Yep.
About, oh, she dumb. She never leave. But at least her nigga got millions of dollars. What does yours have? Honestly
Love
speaking,
for me.
Honestly speaking, you keep going back to the same broke ass nigga every time.
Facts.
At least the guy she's going back to has millions of dollars. I'm not saying that's any better. I'm just saying, like, I'd rather go to a rich guy than a poor guy. He was already
established before she met him.
So she like looked at him and thought he was attractive.
I don't know.
I'm just
because
like,
the little baby looks like a baby.
He looks like he bites people.
He do look like he
at his grown age, like still biting people. He's
not even grown. I think he's like 22. We look at these.
Oh, he's 22.
We look at these celebrities like they're grown, and we're older than them. Like
he was older.
Jada Waiter is 21.
Okay, so it makes sense because when I was 20, when I was doing dumb shit like that, you fine, keep taking him back.
And it makes sense. Yeah. So it's like,
and you see all these grown 30, 40-year-old women just judging her and talking down on her, and when they have $0 in their bank account, 5 baby daddies, with
walking around with fake purses at this point.
And I'm like, I will not put myself in her shoes. I don't know what it's like.
I cannot be empathetic to that because I will not keep running back to someone that continuously makes me look like a fool on social media.
Yeah.
I feel like if you gonna embarrass me in private. P.S. motherfucking A. Anyone that fucking deals with me, embarrass me in fucking private and not public, because if publicly I'm gonna feel played. In private, I feel like I can deal with it how I want to deal with it. But when you do it in public, you feel like you have to address it. You feel like you have to get in front of the narrative. You have to control the conversation. I don't care if you played me in private, I don't feel like I need to control the narrative in private. I need to deal with it and heal as I need to heal. Yeah. But on social media platforms, you feel like you have to be, yes, we split up, and I don't know.
But celebrities are forced to do that.
They're forced to do that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, at the core of who they are human just like us.
Yeah.
They have to process and deal with things just like we do. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's very unfair.
It's very unfair.
Unfair to persecute someone for loving someone for 10 fucking years, and they played you for 10 seconds of your life.
Yeah.
You gave them 10 years, but you have to explain to people that you never gonna meet a day in your fucking life.
Yeah.
Why you gonna take this nigga back?
I don't judge women who choose to take men back. Whenever you feel like you are no longer wanting to deal with it, you will no longer deal with it. And the fact that she's only 21 makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
She'll learn, she'll grow, and she'll move on, and she'll continue to be a bad bitch.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. It just hurts the fact that she had a baby with this person.
Yeah.
It adds another dimension onto
and he keeps embarrassing her.
Exactly, in your healing process.
Yeah.
Because if I have a child with someone, it's a whole another level that you have to think about when you make actions or movements, because social media doesn't die. That's another bad thing about it. It doesn't die.
And it's much harder to leave this person, because even when you decide to leave this person, you still have to deal with this person for the rest of that child's life.
Yep.
So
only if you choose to. And then another,
unlike Future, you don't choose to do it.
No, Future.
Future don't do it. And once he has a baby with you, he ain't dealing with you no more.
Have a baby about me, baby will be a millionaire. Okay.
50 Cent said that, and I believe
50 did. I believe 50.
50 Cent has one kid he likes and one kid he don't like. Remember the other kid?
But we're not going to talk about that, because he said that there was like conversations that might be his child, that might not be his dad. Like, you know,
he looks just like him.
It does.
Have you seen him? He looks just like him.
We do not know what be going on. I had a friend, the baby looked just like him, and he was claiming that child for 8 months of that baby's life. He took a DNA test. 0.0.0. Like, it was not his fucking child, but it looked just like him. But you gotta understand, when people spend a lot of time together, they start looking alike. Because, you know, people will say that we look alike when we don't.
I know. I hate to say that.
I
hate when people mistake us at work.
We don't. I'm like, I understand we're black girls, okay? I understand the black girl magic that you're experiencing right now. But we don't look the same. We don't talk the same. Our demeanor is not the same.
Nah.
Like, bitch, I'm a fucking gas your ass out. I'm gonna be like on 10. And Sammy would be like, I'm gonna kill you with this stare that I have. You see this stare, bitch? I'm walking away from you. And bitch, I'll be like, you got me fucked up. Like, what's good? Like, so I feel like we don't even act the same. No. For someone that even confuse us. We're not even the same height at all.
I'm 5'6", and Amin's like 5'1".
I am 5'1".
So, and we don't have the same skin tone.
At all. I'm darker.
And our hairs are
different.
Different.
And my ass is fat.
What are you trying to say about my ass?
Your ass is there, but my ass is like, that's what people know me. I'm known for Ami with ass.
Anyways. And then when white people do, I'm like, oh, they're racist. But black
people do it too.
I'm like, okay, it's not racism. So what is
the problem? I feel like whoever knows us, call in, tune in, tell us what can we do to differentiate ourselves, because I talk like a chain smoker and she talks like a cheerleader. So what?
Looks like I don't.
Okay. Anyways. What can we do to differentiate us when we're working together? Because people think we're the same person. So I guess one person is taking care of 80 fucking people coming to the bar. Let me fucking know.
Right. And the thing is, they'll be like, hey, remember I told you this? I'm like,
you remember what?
You didn't tell me anything. They're like, yeah, I told you.
I'm like, walk the fuck away at this point. Because I be getting irritated, but I be trying to show that I'm not irritated. And I be like,
yeah.
And I
just like on Saturday or Friday. Was Saturday?
No, it was Saturday.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I pulled Sammy towards me. I'm like, Sammy, did I say this? You're like, no, I said that. I said, oh, that's funny because he thinks I said this. So I try not to be a bitch, but I really make it very clear that, bitch, you got me fucked up.
Yeah. But anyways, where were we? We were on a little tangent about how angry we are when people mistake us.
Like us for the same person,
and
but we're not.
Nothing wrong with that. Ami's pretty. It's
and
just
so is Sammy. We're still the same person. But also, social media is bad because it is the playground for predators.
Yeah.
It is. Because predators will use social media to lure kids that are not getting attention outside of home because I was a child that could have been easily approached by a predator.
Oh my gosh, I used to get on AOL, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and have conversations with random ass people.
Right, they'd be like,
talking about
ASL.
I'm like, man, 16, I'm a female, black.
That was my ASL test, 16 female black.
Like, I'm letting you know. Exactly, I'm letting y'all know my life.
Yeah.
And predators feel like they feed into that. They get off on knowing that you know that they are who they are. Because we don't know y'all, but we're okay with meeting you outside of
it could have been a 40-year-old man.
And that's why that show started, How to Catch a Predator. And my mom had me sit down watching that shit like, you be on the internet talking to all these people. My mom is not country, sorry. I don't even know why I give my mom a different accent every time I talk about her. But my mom is African as fuck, period. But every time I sat down and talked to her, she's just like, you be on social media, blah, blah. And I feel like the same talk she gave me, she did not give my 19-year-old sister that has a baby.
Well, I'm going to say the youngest kid.
She's not the youngest.
Oh, there's one younger than her?
Yes, he's 13.
He's a boy.
Yeah, so like we keep saying, which is going to be another conversation. We let boys be boys, and we fucking raise women. But did you raised me to think that no one has the best interest for me, that I should not see someone as what they give me on like, my mom was very, like, in our life when it came to social media. She didn't want
As she should, because my parents were nowhere to be found.
My mom did not want me to have tattoos. She did not want me to post certain things. My mom tried to control the situation, control the narrative. And I feel like when
you should, because I was 14 getting tattoos.
Okay, but when you have a parent that tries to control the narrative, you try to rebel against that so much. You don't think that they have the best interest at heart. And then you're 26 years old, like, damn, I was 14 years old trying to fuck a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
I was, but I did it. But I did not. You know why? Because in the back of my head, I was thinking in my head, like, my mama said, if I get pregnant one time, if I have sex once, I'm getting pregnant. Like,
yeah, my sex talk was the same.
My sex talk was like, a nigga look at you, you're getting pregnant. So I didn't have sex until I was 17 years old.
Same.
And the first time I had sex, it was so awkward. It was so goddamn awkward.
Yeah, my sex talk was like on my first period. My mom was like, you know what happens when you have sex? And that was it.
Like, but I feel like that's the problem. Our parents shouldn't make us scared of sex. They should give us knowledge about sex, because the less you know, the more you want to do it.
Mm-hmm. But that's a topic for another day.
It is a topic for another day.
Yeah.
But we're just saying, it goes back to social media. We looked at social media to find these things out that our parents don't give us. We looked at social media to figure out who we are, because we don't know outside of that. We looked to social media to find friends, because it doesn't give us that. Mm-hmm. But then with all those things that we do for our formative years, we have to also take in and not be naive that social media is not always as good as it gives you.
Right, definitely.
You need to take the good with the bad and understand that it's a growing process, and you have to be mature to handle things that are coming in and getting taken out. And however you put something out, someone else, their perception is what they're going to give them. Because, like I keep saying, Future be trying to tell us that he's nonchalant, just like fucking Omarion. But Omarion, we'd be like, oh, he's so unbothered. He's so this. But Future, we're like, oh, he ain't shit. And they probably are acting the same way accordingly. But we look at, Omarion's baby mama as the toxic one because of social media. And we look at Sierra as the saint. But we don't know. We don't know. Because when Future and Sierra were together, she praised Future. When did she ever say anything bad about Future when they were together? Never.
When do you ever say anything bad about your boyfriend while you're with him? You talk shit after
Bitch, me? I'm still talking shit.
You talk shit after you break up. Oh, when he had halitosis. Why you always say all the negative shit you ignored after y'all break up?
But honestly, I just feel like she never said anything bad about him, and she still doesn't say anything bad about him.
She still doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So why do we keep giving him? Why do we give him this narrative?
He pushed her own narrative. I'm just saying, maybe she don't say anything bad about him because she's better than that.
I feel like he pushes this narrative because he's trying so hard for people not to see him this way, but we do, because we're making our own reality and pushing it on. We're projecting him on the absent fathers that we had. We're projecting him on the shit that we've seen in our life. We're like, oh, he's a black dad and has 6 kids, so he's not in their life. We're projecting that. We don't know.
I'm just saying, it's hard to be an active father with all your kids, when all your kids got different baby mamas, and they all don't live with you. The only person I can say who takes care of his kids that I know of is Boosie, Little Boosie. But that's because Little Boosie has all his kids.
Kids in the same city.
He lives with his kids. So I'm just like, it's kind of hard when all your
Luke Syllabus don't get me started.
It's kind of hard when all your baby mamas live in different cities.
Yeah,
and maybe with different states. I don't know. I don't know where they all live.
No, that does make it harder. It does.
Yeah. So I don't think it's hard to be a good father when you have that many kids from different women.
It's not hard to be a good father because the only thing you need to do is be present. Your child just needs to know that you care, that you love them, and you're not going to.
How are you present for 6 different children that all live in different states?
But I'm just saying, we don't know. We don't know, and I feel like I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because
I don't.
I understand you're not, but I'm gonna keep pressing towards the fact of because we don't know, and because I have my childhood traumas that I'm not trying to project on him.
Okay, so if you could only use one social network, what would it be?
Does YouTube or like Pandora count as a social media or no? I don't know.
I don't know about Pandora, but if you say YouTube, I guess that's fair.
Okay. I like music, so I would use YouTube. I like Instagram. It's cool, but going back to what I'm saying with all the pressure that you feel and anything extra, I don't want the pressure. I don't want the pressure for social media. I don't want to feel like I'm living up to what I'm not living up to. I don't want to have an idea of what life could be or try to emulate my life off of someone else or feel like I have to live a life that I don't need to live off of social media. So if I can only have one, it would be Pandora. YouTube. I love YouTube.
Mine would be Twitter, because Twitter is funny as fuck. I laugh all day, every day. That's all I do. And I get to talk shit. And to nobody. I'm just talking shit to myself. Like, it's an open forum. So, yeah, definitely that would be Twitter.
Twitter is cool.
Yeah.
I don't be on Twitter like that, though. I try to. Like, my freshman year of college, I was on Twitter hard as fuck. But then I was just like, I don't got that much to say, like, tweeting-wise. I can retweet the fuck out of somebody, but...
I definitely do more retweeting than I do tweeting.
I'm like, I can relate.
But Black Twitter is hilarious.
As
I
fuck.
just love Black Twitter. So, do you think you can get too old for social media? Is there like an age limit?
Yes, I do. Because once you have a family, a marriage, or something that's very tangible to you, that's something worth. That's when you have something to lose. Because I talk to a lot of men, at the bar that be like, I'm like, do you have a social media? No, my wife don't want me to have one, or like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's for your business, you don't really need to be keeping up with the Joneses. You don't need to know what the fuck Tiffany is doing on Tuesday at 3:00. You don't need to know that shit. But if you don't have shit to lose and you want to have fun and you want to facilitate relationships with people, social media is fun. It's great. But once social media stops being fun, like when you feel like, I only got like 10 followers, I'm really on here just to be on here, get rid of your fucking Twitter account.
I like this model, but it don't get you drunk.
It don't, and I feel like it's got hot really fucking fast.
Does it have any percentage of alcohol in it?
Let's see.
What is it? I didn't even look that up.
You can have the rest because I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
It has 12%.
Wow.
12.5%, and
That's
feel
actually pretty high.
Yeah, because we've been drinking bottles that had 9%, 10%.
I feel like we got
more drunk off that skinny girl.
Anyways, mine, I don't think you're too old for social media.
I do.
I think, social media, especially things like Facebook, is used for families and connecting with people, like people you don't usually talk to. So if I were to keep one as an older person, it'd probably be Facebook. I probably won't get on Twitter.
Yeah, Facebook. I mean, of course, Facebook, because...
But that's a social media.
But do you need it, though? Because I can honestly sit here and say, my mom does not need she does not.
But I'm just saying, if the question is, are you too old for social media? Do you ever get too old? And I don't think you do. And I do. You don't need to keep telling people what you're up to. We're grown. We're grown. You have my number. But you don't always have everyone's number. People use Facebook to reconnect with people they knew in high school.
Understandable.
So I feel like, let's say, you're 45 years old and you're like, remember that girl who took a shit in her pants that one night I want to see how she doing.
No, we do.
Or remember, you want to be like, remember my best friend from high school? I haven't talked to her in 30 years.
And that's for a
You
reason.
contact her.
That's for a reason. Because you won't go 30 years with. If I went 30 years without speaking to somebody, it's a vendetta behind it.
Okay.
It's some beef.
That's not the case for everyone. Sometimes people just want to reconnect with people they lost connection with. Okay.
If we lost connection,
over
it's for
social
a
media.
reason. Okay, well, that's what we differ, because I feel like you do. You get too old, because I feel like at what point do I gotta stop seeing if Miss Joan is okay? Because Miss Joan got family to check. You 60 years old. You living a life. And if we're keeping in contact, we should keep in contact. I feel like your number never really changes. I've had the same number since I was 12 years old.
My number is
From Iowa to Houston, I've had the same number.
My number has changed 3 times, and it will change again.
So me, it's like, if I don't need to talk to you, you blocked. But honestly, if I don't need to speak to you, I'm not going to speak to you. If you need to get a hold of me, you will have my number. If you don't need to, that's not going to happen.
I don't think you get to over social media because there's this older woman who is using her OnlyFans page. She's about 60 years old.
Not OnlyFans, just
She has an OnlyFans page, and she got like 12,000 Twitter followers. And she started doing the OnlyFans things because she couldn't work. She's kind of disabled. She has a disabled son who has mental illness and stuff. And she was on her way of losing her home.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I need to feed myself. I need to feed my son. So I'm going to start doing OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's the best route.
Was she naked?
Yeah, it's OnlyFans.
Why the fuck would I watch a naked 60-year-old woman try to feed her son? That ain't got shit to do with me.
No, she's not actually feeding her son naked.
I mean, I understand that.
Oh.
But I know you gotta feed your, like, you know, what you do if your son was at home. Like, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you 60 years old, what do you have to show me that I can't see on Pornhub or XXX?
That's how you feel, right? Of course. That's a normal feeling to have.
Is that a fetish? Is that a fetish? Like,
yeah, some people like to look
watch
at
old women naked?
Yes. I'm sure there's people who like to suck toes. There's people who like to get their balls stomped on. People have weird fetishes. There's people who like to wear lady underwear, like just walk around with women underwear, and they're not gay. So people have their own thing, whatever. But like I said, she's using her social media, she's using her OnlyFans, and she's like 60-something years old to feed her family. Okay, get it, sis. I'm not mad at you. You do what you have to do to make your money, honey. And she's using. She got hella followers too. Like, people really be watching her shit. People support her because we feel bad for her. So that's a good way social media has helped this lady to feed her family. Question: would you get rid of social media as a whole?
If I have, maybe. If I have a relationship that is depending on if I remove my social media or not, I can do it for the overall good.
I don't think she ever reached that point.
That's what I'm saying. But if I feel like if anything was so detrimental in my life that social media is the root and the causing issue of it, I can get rid of social media. Do I want to? No. But can I compromise and not have certain social medias or X, Y, and Z? I can do that for the overall good. But I don't think it's gonna get to that point, but I could delete my social media, like such as an Instagram or something. If my boyfriend was like, "Bitch, you post too many fucking pictures," I'm like, "Bitch, stop following me." But I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm gonna delete it. Like, I'm gonna delete it. But it's never to that point because first of all, I don't even post on my fucking Instagram. I post Instagram stories, so you know I'm still fine and I'm still here and I'm still living. But if it was something that was going to make a big deal about something, I would definitely let go of it. Do you think that you would let go of your social media if it was?
Yeah, if it's that serious, it shouldn't even be that.
It never should be that serious.
And
but
honestly, I don't even post my man on my page. I would never post my boyfriend on my page.
Trust me, it's a whole issues of problems you don't want to deal with.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't think it's.
I'm not obligated to tell you what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, like,
I'm not.
Person.
I don't need to tell you where I'm living. I don't need to tell you where my job is at. I don't need to tell you who I'm fucking. But people feel like they need to know because they follow you on social media. And they're like, well, I didn't know you had a man because you didn't post it. Bitch, get out of my... If I tell you my DMs that I'm good, just know I'm good. Like,
the only thing you need to know about me is that I'm fine. I like to travel.
Me
That's
too.
the only thing I post on my social media is where countries, cities, whatever that I visit. That's it. So, anywho, I hope you enjoy this episode. We did get into a little bit about social media, the good, the bad, and the motherfucking ugly. I hope you continue to listen to us, and hope you enjoy this episode. We did get into social media. We talked about Meg Thee Stallion, Future a lot about Future, and honestly, I don't want to talk about Future ever again. For those of you who are listening, please follow us on our Instagram pages, like I mentioned in the beginning of the episode. We're going to be at The Real Sip and Spill on everything
except Twitter.
We're at
Sip and Spill 1.
I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and tune in next week for the newest episode of Sip
and Spill.